EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Give him 3. There on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
He was brought down by Levante David. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
59, got him. Here we go. Check. Lucky.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Anderson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Ryan to throw. Steps away to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for Anderson, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. Room to run past midfield. Cuts right side. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Kareem Hunt with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kareem Hunt with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Back 25. 57. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 11. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
You.
Mayfield now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Ryan. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
25. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 21. 13. Check 13.
Ryan. Robinson's got it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even on 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's able to get it out of there. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Down right around the 25. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
180. Squeeze, double.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now Mayfield on 4th down. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 57, Mike, 50 out.
Now Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go. You tighten up.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Johnson, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now in the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Come on, let's go.
Following the interception, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Anderson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big-time run there by Anderson. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a run with Anderson. There he goes again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rodney Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Pistol.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Gerald Everett, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Anderson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Anderson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
57. Mike 57. Let him know, let him know.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride. That's
complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10.